Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the internet where your Cesspool is my jacuzzi. Sorry we're a couple minutes late. It's Bruce's fault. It's totally
Yeah.
his fault. Yeah.
I blame Bruce, and I am Bruce. Imagine that.
I do not have any champagne here. I'm in my parents' kitchen. They are not here, but the dogs are afraid of fireworks, and so I don't want them to be alone. So I'm here with my dog and my sister's dog, and my sister's dog sheds, and I'm allergic to that. So you guys can see I'm a little patchy. I get a little patchy
man,
anytime I'm around. Yeah, it's not fun. So I look a little off today.
I have one dog
yeah.
who does not like the fireworks, so he has his thunder shirt, and he's sitting right next to me over here, right under here. He is perfectly here.
Come here, baby.
Yeah. Happy New Year's, guys.
Say hi, butter.
I got to give my buddy Nick in chat a shout out. 9 out of 10 times in Marvel Rivals, he is MVP. I have to shout him out. MVP.
Okay, guys, I've got a couple things from this year that I want to go over. And then we have actually a game that Bruce put together. I'll let him explain it. Bruce, why don't you tell him what the game is?
I made
Battle Scots.
Oh, geez, there's Dave.
Hey.
Happy New Year's, folks.
I swear I just saw that guy on the other channel.
I know. What were we just doing? Yeah, I have my snowman tie on, guys.
You can really good.
Nice business casual on the New Year's Eve.
I mean, I was intimidated by Dave's look. Look at Dave. He's got the jacket. He's got the ice bucket. I mean, you are like pimping on the scene.
This jacket has
ice bucket.
There's elastic in this jacket, so the more you eat and drink, it just kind of grows with you.
Oh yeah, good.
But yeah, the ice bucket was only because I didn't prepare any cold drinks, so I had to do the like you can chill something with ice, but with ice water kind of chills faster.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but I mean, when was the last time you shotgunned a beer? Have you ever shotgunned a beer?
Dave, what's with the Miller Lights? I mean,
I've tried. It did not go well at all. I'm not a beer person.
Lord, so you've never done a shotgun before?
I'm not sure I'm capable. I think I tried to open the can and I just screamed at it. But I was also in my 20s, so.
All right, Dave, here's the deal with Lauren. I mean, we have a lot of work to do. We have to basically like straight eye, queer eye Lauren into a new level.
We did extreme. Yeah. I called it cross-eye when Bruce and a couple other straight people were trying to help me class it up a bit.
Oh, I could turn you into like a lacrosse bro in 2 minutes. I could totally get you to be super straight. I'll flip you. I can flip people back to being straight. Not for long, but just for like a 20-minute time period. And then you go like, you know what? I'm good with that.
What a useless talent.
I'm the flipper. That's my Marvel.
We just want to class it up. We just want to bring it up.
I thought that was about a dolphin, but okay.
No, that they call me the dolphin. I flip you over, and then I'll do something that'll flip you back. You'll be like, that's too far, and then you go back.
Hey, where's your wife?
She's sleeping. I just texted her.
Oh boy.
Oh no, she said. Somebody asked me to ring in the new year with the gavel, and then Tasha just said, whatever you're banging on may have just woken the baby up. So.
Oh no. Poor baby.
Oh no, shotgunning beers wakes up the baby. Who would have guessed? I mean,
well, I'm not in an entirely soundproof room, so like I'm good, but if I think it was the clanging. Like I think this part was fine, but then when I start hitting that, I think the baby was like, "Yeah, that's going to do it for me." So, my apologies.
Now, do you celebrate like East Coast? Like on the West Coast, I like celebrating East Coast New Year's because then I can go to bed early. Like, we stay up till midnight, or
we moved the second week of January last year. We cannot remember what we did for New Year's last year. Which means we probably didn't do anything worth remembering.
Yeah.
The previous year, we were in wine country, and they had a 9 p.m. ball drop. So they had a family-friendly event that celebrated the East. And for Tasha, she was like, wait a second. We can celebrate New Year's at 9 p.m. and be home by 9:30. And I was like, hey, we can do it. So then that was 2 years ago. We were staying in some hotel in wine country. We celebrate the ball drop at 9. I get room service by 10 p.m. She's passed out. The room service was like, hotel brown. It was like a brownie cookie with ice cream.
Oh,
so
good.
So I spend the New Year's eating brownie and ice cream by myself. I don't know if it's the saddest or happiest New Year's ever, but
that sounds good to me, man. I mean,
yeah.
And I think one of the years before you did you stayed up till West Coast midnight. I remember because I was on your stream. I remember that. Yeah.
That was in LA. So that was, yeah. No, I mean, this year's different. We got a baby. It's like, I told Tasha, I was like, go put on a sexy dress. And she goes, I'm in my pajamas. I was like, I got it. I understand. Pajamas it is. It's a single person's game. It is.
Yeah. For
Bruce,
sure.
Were you staying up until midnight in Oregon?
I mean, I'm here on your stream, and if Nick is playing video games after your stream, I will go do that. But after that, I'm passing out.
Yeah, we got until the clock strikes midnight, and I'm gonna call it quits. So.
Yeah.
What's good for resolutions and the such? Are you a big change life type of person, or are you just kind of on the right path?
I'll figure it out later. I don't know.
It's tough because if you want to eat, I want to eat healthy, but do I want to eat healthy tomorrow? What day do you start? January 2nd,
Oh,
I'm gonna eat healthy, and then I'm gonna move on to the entree.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. Let me ask what time it is. It's 7:41 in Oregon, in California.
Yeah. What's up with that person on my chat that said it was New Year's in Newfoundland?
All right, Dave, we gotta, Dave, I'm gonna have to text you. So Newfoundland, okay?
Yeah, right of me, yeah.
What, you don't like my pronunciation of Newfoundland? I've never even heard of this place before. What the hell did I know,
right? I mean, it's really far east. They're a half-hour offset off of the hourly.
Oh, so they really are?
Yes.
Is there anywhere else in the world that does a half-hour offset?
There are. In India, there's also half-hour increments.
Who the hell?
We have a lot of work to do. But Sarah is in Newfoundland. Newfoundland, by the way, if you watch A Guide for Christmas, I think, on Hallmark Channel, it's set in Newfoundland, and you can watch a Hallmark Channel Christmas movie set where Sarah is.
What? I just didn't know people actually lived up there. You see it on the map and you go, I don't buy it. I still don't buy it.
There's a legit city on that island, Dave.
I thought it was just like an ice sculpture.
Thank you. Right? It's like people got lost. They meant to take a left and they just settled there.
You do need to not run into a moose. A real moose. I mean, not a human-shaped moose, but yeah.
Every once in a while, my TikTok, I'll start watching videos of animals eating each other. And last night,
what the fuck?
My TikTok is nuts. You guys know, I'll be going through TikTok for rush hour stories, and then my eye will be caught by a gazelle fighting off a lion, and you're always rooting for the lesser. You're always rooting for the gazelle. There's a gazelle. There's 17 gazelle trying to ford a river, and then there's an alligator or crocodile. I don't know. And then they're in a tussle, and then the gazelle comes out with 3 legs, and you're like. And then the video ends, and I'm like, how am I supposed to? Does the gazelle live? Does it limp? Or does it bleed out? And last night, I started watching these videos of orcas fighting a polar bear. So the polar bear is sitting, yeah. So the polar bear is sitting on an ice, kind of not an iceberg, but a little floating piece of ice. And the polar bear is about to eat a baby orca. And then surrounding the iceberg, there's 8 orcas being like, "Don't do this." And then the video ends, and I go, "I don't know what happened, but my whole algorithm." And then TikTok knows I'm spending more time watching this. TikTok's reading my eyes.
Yeah.
And so it's line up all the videos ever made of animals, and the next thing you know, there's giraffes kicking hyenas. No. It's a whole melee.
But they won't find you part 2 of the polar bear video you want.
No, and then
AI still has work to do.
But the AI is so good because it's if you liked this giraffe kicking this hyena, you're gonna love this guy getting arrested under false pretenses by the Scottsdale police. And then it's like takes me to part 17, and I'm like, all right, I got to go back to part 1. It's like next thing you know, 3 days go by, and my wife's mad at me.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Stephanie says, Lauren, did you style your hair? First of all, I would never. Second, no, I'm at my parents' house with the dog, so I'm in their kitchen, and I don't know what it is with old people, but every old person's house I've ever been to is hot as balls. So I'm just like sweating. It's disgusting.
Jeez.
Yeah. Hey, Ducky, what's up?
It's been really cold here. I'm jealous.
Hey. How's it going?
Can I hang out with Lauren's
Good.
parents?
How are y'all?
I feel
you
like
can hang
that
out
would
with
be
my
a good
parents.
time.
Yeah,
that would be a good time.
Well, they'll pop in at some point here because they're out partying.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
I didn't want to go, so I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to do that.
Dave, here's what I've learned: Lauren's parents are cooler than Lauren.
That is absolutely bullshit.
I would love a deep dive into what where Lauren came from. You're a unique personality, and
yeah, I'm nothing like them though. They had nothing to do with why I'm so weird. I don't know what happened.
So you're the Spencer's Gifts response to maybe tight knit parents that didn't give you too much freedom. That feels like.
Well, it's like the stork forgot, and so he had to pick up something from Spencer's Gift, and here I am.
Hot topic.
Yeah, you're the studded belt amongst all the normal belts. You're just hey, we love it about you.
Yeah. Hey, Ducky, how's it going?
Yeah, that's good.
Good. I've not yet had little Ducky on here before, but she was doing some of the streams on the Lone Cactus case, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, just watching those.
Lots of good recaps.
Yeah. And Bruce has a game for us tonight. Bruce, you want to explain how you made that?
I did create a Owens v. Eckerd Relentless Clayternity Jeopardy board.
We're gonna get to that later.
But Dave can't be a.
No, Dave can't play.
Because one of the columns in Jeopardy is literally about Dave, so he would have an unfair advantage.
I would surprise you with my lack of knowledge because I like forget things, and then now that I'm like sort of writing like what I want the live show to be, I'm like going, oh my gosh, that happened. Like,
right?
I forget things because there's so many. It's just so much. So I probably wouldn't. Then that's why like some of the people that keep these timelines have so much more knowledge with what went down and when. It's insane that it's almost 2025 or 2025 in Newfoundland. And yet this goes back to 2023.
Yeah.
And beyond. But for my knowledge, it's like I would prefer if this doesn't go into 2026. Like I don't need a third of a decade to be, this, Laura party.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, what could she possibly do for that long?
I mean, the only thing that's going to stop her charade is like post-menopausal Laura. Like that's it. Is if we could get hot flash Laura to quit taking pregnancies, that would be nice.
I feel like we have 20 years until then.
Oh, good
golly. I'm trying to pull something up here. So one of the most WTF moments I had when I was doing like some stuff related to this case was, I'm about to show it to you. I pulled it up for this. It has nothing to do with the case whatsoever, but I happened to come across it, and so I'm going to show it. Hang on one second. Okay. It's called ferret legging. Has anyone ever heard of ferret legging?
What?
No.
You're about to?
What are you doing, Lauren? What's happening?
Okay.
The worst fake pregnancy scam strategies ever.
Yes, but I somehow came across ferret legging. So here we are.
Okay. It
says, you know what this reminds me of? Ferret legging. And I didn't know. I didn't know what ferret legging was. So naturally, I'm going to look it up. And boy, did I find some interesting stuff.
Google at your own risk.
Ferret legging was apparently a sport where people have trousers on and they put ferrets down their trousers. And I guess you win by being the person who keeps the ferrets in your pants the longest. Now, I noticed I only saw men compete. Don't worry, I found a documentary in that, which is interesting because from what I know, a lot of men are notoriously not so good at keeping it in their pants. That was unnecessary.
Really going about their
it depends on what it is.
Exploring this warm, dark, and strangely convoluted new world they had found themselves
they just look like
in.
They took a dump
their
in their
natural
pants.
curiosity.
Well, something did.
often led to them wriggling deeper into the trousers, prompting gasps and laughter from the audience. There were also stories of ferrets that had become notorious for their ferocity, earning nicknames like the Claw or the Nipper.
No.
We called him Marshmallow.
No, thank you, Lauren.
Here's another
Absolutely
dumb one I
not.
found.
Also,
Using
Dave, I
a-
think we're safe because we're short guys, right? Like, we're probably pretty safe from this.
Well, I mean,
Ferret pocketing.
yeah, I guess this ferret, you would have to have like tight ankled pants. You'd have to have like the MC Hammer pants in order for the ferret to properly move. Like, you don't want skinny jeans. You know what I mean?
Parachute
Like,
pants.
yeah,
Dave's pants cannot fit any ferrets in them.
no, these are ferretless pants that I've got happening here. Although, hey, I mean, and leave it to the people in the UK they have too much time. This is what happens when you have too much time on your hands, is ferret pantsing or whatever.
Ferret pants.
This is a result of, this is what's going to happen when the AI is going to take over all of our jobs, and we're going to all be Richard Gere. It's all going to come full circle.
Yeah, I mean, if these guys could solve healthcare, they wouldn't have time to put ferrets in the pants, right? Like,
I saw a photo today that was like it was like the New York Post said that like come 2027 they're going to have a hotel in space, and then the comment was like, we just want healthcare.
Yeah, exactly.
We just want to be able to go to the doctor and get our moles checked out. If you could just take care of that first. But yeah, maybe the ferrets. I mean, who knows? It's like maybe they like to burrow. Like they're a burrowing species.
What skills do we have that the AI doesn't have? And I guess you could argue that you have pants for a ferret to crawl in. So
I mean, humans have so much humor potential when left to like irreverency, right? When you get, and that's why I always tell people, like, you gotta, get your side hustle in order, do all that, because when you have like the basics covered, that's when the funny can happen. When you can like be like, all right, I got time to go stuff my pants full of ferrets. Let's let's go take a day off.
Yeah, that's Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I mean, I covered that on my channel a week ago or so.
I heard that one.
Yeah. Once you get the base layers done, you can do these other things, right? Like artistic endeavors, comedy.
But what's interesting is like and by the way, Tasha is so on the other end of the spectrum with this. I'm a firm believer, like I did the $1.2 billion lottery. I'm a firm believer that my happiness does not go up 3 months after winning the lottery. Like, a couple months you F around and you buy a couple extra items on the menu. But like, I'm a firm believer that the worst thing I can do for my son is let him know he's going to inherit a ton of money. And it's like, so you don't want to rob somebody of the gift of why I think we're all here on earth, which is to like work really hard for what you want. And, like I've got friends that are like, sort of like, trust fund kids or whatever. Like they're so passionless. And Tasha's like, you've got such, she's like, you've got so many issues with money. And I'm like, nah, but I think that's like, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, I think they said, or Mila, they said like, hey, we're rich, our kids aren't. And it's like, and it's like, but to talk about, yes, have your needs met, but not met to the level that you become a gambling addict or you just go to the strip club every night. Like, there's like a happy medium for like having a safety net, but also still needing to take risk.
Yeah, I think Kevin Smith had a good take. He said, if you have all this money, if you have problems, the money can solve your problems 100%. You can always solve a problem by throwing money at it. But that's about it. After that, you have to figure out what you want in life. You have to go after your other goals. Money won't buy you happiness. It will certainly solve a lot of problems, which is good. It's good to be able to do that very quickly. But money can buy you time, right? So like if you can make sure that you're like when I was working minimum wage jobs, you're working 40, 50 hours a week driving Uber. There is no time to write that script. There's no time to do those things. So money does help buy you time. But after that, it's like you still have to find the thing that makes you happy. And money cannot buy that. It cannot buy the thing that makes you happy. It can facilitate it if it can help out in certain ways. But yeah, I mean, money can give you Beyonce hours, but that's it, right? Like my 24 hours or Dave's 24 hours is not the same as Beyonce's 24 hours because she can pay people to just take care of all these problems and free up time.
Hey, did
Whereas
she
we
in the
can't
middle
do
of
that, right?
was she part of all that controversy that's been going on lately? Like somebody mentioned she was at like Diddy parties or something.
Well, I
and
mean, I don't
no,
know. It's an old trope of Beyonce hours
no, I
versus
know the
normal
I know
hours.
the
but-
trope, but trust me.
There's a question about when Jay-Z met her. She wasn't of age. There's kind of a lot of people looking back at all that, but I mean, that's 2025 will be a wild year for the Jay-Z, the P. Diddy, the kind of whole infrastructure around that.
Yeah.
Be a wild year.
Beyonce is paying for Jay-Z's 99 Problems.
I think so, probably.
What a good song, though. What a good song.
It is. It's
Man.
relatable.
Hold on. Beyonce is person B in Jazz lawsuit. Is that
my.
Jay-Z lawsuit, not Jazz lawsuit, right? Is there a Jazz lawsuit? I mean,
Jay-Z
maybe there is.
lawsuit. I don't know. I
I
gotta
think
catch
he
up
has
on
to-
the Emily
How
Baker
about-
videos.
It's Baldoni versus Lively lawsuit. I mean, this might be the next big thing in 2025. Because like lawsuits, usually one person overpowers the other. They settle. You got two people both with pretty much $1 billion war chests that are going to go at it.
Yeah, they could commit lawfare against each other for quite some time, I think.
And you know what's interesting about this is settling is not going to help either one of their image. So like I could see them both having to take this really all the way. And by all means, from everything I've read, it looks like I'm leaning towards Blake Lively being in the right here. She has all the timestamps. Her filing this lawsuit against him and against him because he has a billionaire backer is starting to me look like, ooh, you could have just like moved on. Like at worst, people thought of Blake Lively as like, oh, she was kind of rude in interviews. So I'm worried that it's going to bring out worse in them because like Ryan Reynolds is like very squeaky clean, but anyway, we have no idea, what could be unearthed here.
Well, like you think about like, I don't know if any of y'all followed the Gwyneth Paltrow case. Like she's very controversial. And a lot of people are just like, no, she's just a B. Why is she suing? Or like, why is she countersuing this guy? Why doesn't she just pay him the money? And if you watch it, you're like, oh, she's actually correct here.
Yeah.
And that guy wasn't.
Yeah.
But everybody was like, why don't you just pay him the money? And then you figure out, okay, yeah, she's still might be a bitch, but she's in the right here.
Yeah, two things can be true at once.
That might
That's
be
for
the
sure.
thing with Blake Lively.
I mean, in the end, Blake Lively's got the paper trail of HR complaints. So, this whole conspiracy that he said, well, she only filed those complaints so she could take over the project. It's like, all right, but you got to prove that, and $250 million. It's just going to be like, it's just going to be wild. And apparently, I didn't watch the movie. Apparently, they have really good chemistry. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, just why don't you settle it and make a part 2? How about that? But then
I haven't seen the movie yet.
I'm not going to watch it
either.
I'm not. No, I've got no desire to watch the movie. And by the way, again, and I don't want to be like, I don't want to lack sympathy for Blake. If her side of the story is true, this guy sounds like, and I compared him to Jussie Smollett in the sense that it's like, he sounds like he's so gung-ho on finding success that he's creepy and like will do anything at any cost. Take the loss and just move on. But now it's that the stakes are so high that both sides have to come out on top. If I had to bet, Dave Bucks, I bet on Blake Lively being the one who's going to come out on top. But like the fact he's got this billionaire investor, it's like, oh boy.
Yeah, once you feel like you can double down, it's hard to escape that spiral or that loop.
And if you saw like just the claims that came out today, they're claiming that not only were the text message cherry picked, but that there was like manipulation of them. That's just like the Laura Owens stuff where he literally
from the Sun article.
Yeah, like Laura Owens redacted the part where Clayton says, "Hey, you only gave me a blowjob." Like that would have been perfect to know up front. Like we didn't know that. As soon as we found that out, we were like, "Oh, case closed."
Oh, geez, yeah.
Case closed. Why would she?
What's happening here?
Yeah,
and they've got the money to dive into all of that stuff and go deep.
Store Crazy says, who has a billionaire investor? Justin does. That's what's interesting. Like Blake's got her husband, like he's super wealthy from Deadpool and Mint Mobile and all these things, which by the way sponsors the Rush Hour. So thank you very much, Blake.
Oh, nice.
but Justin's got a billionaire who's his investor. So there's a lot of money at stake here. But Blake's the A-lister. Justin Baldoni's not the A-lister. Blake is here. So she's got more to lose. But as far as like what jobs she's suing him for emotional distress and like loss of jobs. I don't know what jobs she lost over this. I mean, the only thing that really came out about Blake, whether they actually did the astroturfing or not, they were prepared to do it, which I hope all of that gets exposed because I'm so against all of that. I hate that because it exists in the Bachelor subreddits. It exists on the levels where if you have a dozen well choreographed Reddit accounts, you can curate an opinion about anybody. You know what I mean? Like we as humans we're so easy to be manipulated based on what a couple of people think about something. It's insane. So I would love for all that to get exposed, but it's just two different millionaires that are going to be going at it.
When all this conflict started coming out, I remember, people like to dredge up stuff from the past or whatever. I was seeing people who were just like ragging on her for, and this must have been like back in 2011, 2010, an old tweet where she used something that people would now consider to be, I guess some people, a transphobic slur. So I'm not going to use the word, but I looked at it and I was like, why are you guys trying to like cancel this person over this now? Like this is something that we all kind of said 10 years ago. You know what I mean? What does this really have to do with the movie or anything like that? So that was kind of interesting.
I think it's important. Just Sue said, what's astroturfing? It's really important that people know this because we live in a world where people can be manipulated very easily. So when you think of what a grassroots movement is, whether you like him or not, Bernie Sanders was grassroots. Everyone was donating small dollars. Astroturfing is faking a grassroots movement. It is the manipulation of the internet to make it look like more people are on someone's side. Laura Owens astroturfs by these Medium articles. She astroturfs by the that Haiti article. That's astroturfing.
Chase J. Jones.
It's fake. It's manipulated. It was easy to call on her end. Astroturfing is when the health insurance industry, pays big money to make it look like people hate their whatever. That's astroturfing. And it exists and it can be done to a level. We don't know if Justin Baldoni actually acted on the astroturfing. Blake Lively, look, here's the thing, right? I worked many days on Gossip Girl when I lived in New York. I did background and stood in. Tasha did as well. Both Tasha and I did not know each other. And we talked about this. We both saw Blake as someone who looked miserable on set. Maybe she just has that thing we call bitch face, where she's trying to memorize her lines, but she looks ugh. But I'm telling you right now, she comes off that way versus Emma Stone doesn't. There's just certain people. It's not, oh, you're being sexist. There's certain people that know how to work the room and be kind to others. And then there's some that's like, where are my Uggs? And then they just storm off. She did that for almost a decade on Gossip Girl. So that's just the way she was. Maybe she was introverted. Maybe she was, maybe there's all these different things, insecurity, who knows? But that catches up to you over time to the point where people interviewing her are like, she was a freaking bitch to me. And it's like, well, whether you ask her or not, you don't have the receipts to show no, everyone loves you. Everyone loves Emma Stone. Even Lindsay Lohan, she got it bad for a while. Everyone loves Lindsay Lohan. They've never been accused of being mean to others on set.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, a job is a job, right? People have to go. People don't like going to their job sometimes. That's just how it is.
But I think what's when you're a hot 25-year-old going to your job, making 100 times as much as the sound guy, it's deal with it. You know what I mean? Making $100 working for a hot lunch. And it's
humans get used to terrible treatment and humans can get used to really great treatment. It goes both ways, right?
No, you're right. But
I
am allowed the opinion to be like, boy, she looked miserable on set doing something we would all dream to do.
Oh, sure.
But again, also realizing, she could have been trying to remember her lines. I might look miserable before a stand-up show because I'm trying to remember, I'm in my head or whatever. But I would lean on it being she's probably hard to work with.
Yeah.
Like,
and I mean, when you talk about like where I worked, when you talk about like, okay, who's going to be the CEO? It's not like this thing where you can just unlock this formula and be the CEO, right? It's all these like second order, third order things like you're talking about. Like, oh, does someone seem like they're good for the job, or do they have the, the appearance of it? There's all these weird other random things.
I mean, look, I like on Birdman, I stood in for Ed Norton. He's a known terrible person to work with. He's a great actor. So you take what he's good at and you go, you know what? We're going to have to deal with him because he's really good. Or like when he was the Hulk, they go, you know what? We'd rather have Mark Ruffalo, who's not as good of a Hulk, because we don't want to deal with him on set. And it's like, you get what you get. Some people are worth dealing with. They're absolute monsters, but they're great actors. Like Blake's not a monster. She's perfectly fine, but like, you can watch those interviews.
Oh my God.
You can watch those interviews and go, yeah, she was very rude. She looked like she didn't want to be there. How tough is life that she couldn't, make $1 million and go to a couple interviews and a press junket?
I mean, yeah, but we never know what's going on with people.
And
Ed Norton is the celebrity I usually get when people say, "What celebrity do you look like?"
As long as they don't say you act like him, that's where you.
I hope not. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, and again, I always preach having grace for people, but like when we're trying to look at like, man, like, was she astroturfed or was she just kind of like, and it could be both. It could be just like, all right, she was an easy target because she isn't likable. It doesn't mean, but it doesn't take away from any of her complaints on set. And that's what that whole lawsuit's going to come down to is like, well, were her complaints valid or not? I mean, they're going to have to pull like audio and sound video. They're going to have to like pull, it could be an absolute disaster. And usually what happens is some studio will step in and go like, no, we'd rather have our PR image not messed with. So like settle this. But if there's two different billionaire people going at it, who's going to want to settle?
Who's Sebastian Stan?
I have no idea who that is.
Somebody asked.
Probably somebody on Gossip Girl.
Oh, is that Ed Westwick? Is that his character? It's been so long.
Ed Westwick character is Chuck Bass.
Oh, that's I think you're right. So, and by the way, Sebastian Stan, was he the father? I don't know. I don't remember who this. Yeah, I don't know. When you lived in New York, you would just like every day you would get a phone call to work on the set the next day. So you'd be on Gossip Girl one day, Law and Order.
Oh, this guy. Hang on, let me share the screen real quick. I lived in New York for a little bit. I was in grad school there for I did a semester there. Yeah. Here's Sebastian Stan. He was what was his name in the show? I forgot. Shit. I can't remember, but I remember his face for sure. Maybe,
it was a weird show because no one I don't want to get into the weeds of it, but it had a CW rate which paid a lot less in the Screen Actors Guild than the other types of shows. So I never wanted to work on it. It was very predatory. But you would have to be like in New York. It'd be like some scene where it's supposed to be spring and you're in some like, you're in some prom outfit, but they're like literally blow drying the snow off the ground. It was miserable. So to that end, I understand why she would be like, oh, F this. I think she's good. There's a few movies she did where I was like, oh yeah, no, she's a great actress. I loved her in the movie Unaccepted. Did you guys ever see that movie?
No,
I did not watch.
Oh my gosh. Unaccepted. Somebody in the comment section is going to lose their mind and have one.
What is it about?
It's a Jonah Hill. I don't know if you can pull up any graphics, but it's Jonah Hill at his biggest. When he was young, he was like he really was like that character.
After Superbad and all that.
Yeah, I think it's pretty Superbad. So they find a defunct school. It was like an old building, and they turned it into
Accepted.
Accepted.
Yeah, we know that movie. Yeah.
Oh, what did I call it?
Unaccepted.
I'm sorry.
So close. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I love that movie. South Harmon Institute of Technology.
Yeah. Jonah Hill's scream in that is so funny.
What a good movie. But Blake Lively, and I mean, that was peak Blake Lively crush for me. So she nailed it. I mean, she's a great actress for what she does.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, he really was a lot bigger back then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if you haven't watched,
so young.
I mean, come on. They have, yeah.
What is this? I forgot about this.
So they fake a school. They just make a fake school, and then all of a sudden, all these kids come to the school, and they all get together to put together. Can you imagine how
they get to make up their own classes?
They make their own classes. They like get the pool going. None of this would have made. He's got an extra large dorm room. It's like it was a classic movie.
Oh yeah, my buddy Indy says she was awesome in The Town.
Yep, which I stood in on, and I worked on The Town, one of the first movies I ever worked on, and they tried to hire a Boston accent actress. They auditioned every single person in New England, and this is where I give her credit. She decides to take a train up to Boston. She wasn't invited to audition. Her agent had to fight for it, and she nailed it. I mean, she was so good. I was there on set in East Boston where they filmed Eastie and Southie. They filmed all over these. They used Ben Affleck did such a good job of using real local actors. So many people worked on that movie that were criminals. I'm not kidding. Legit. I mean, it was all bank robbers and criminals and people on Oxy. It was wild. And Blake Lively was.
These are all people Ben Affleck rounds up, or.
Absolutely. And Blake, I'm not kidding. And again, I'm giving her all the credit in the world. She was so good in character that the locals were trying to hit on her between takes, knowing she was Blake Lively, because she played the trashiest Boston girl. And it was leave it to Bostonians that they couldn't find one actress in Boston to play this role. And Blake just stole the show. I mean, she was really good in that movie. I'm rooting for her. I am, but I don't know the full story, so I'm still curious.
Yeah.
Did anybody see her movie where she was in a shark movie where she got stuck on a rock somewhere, and there was this completely unrealistic shark that was basically stalking her, and she was trying to get off the. Yeah, it's a crazy movie.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Sharknado 3 or
how do you pitch?
No, it wasn't that wild.
Lauren, how do you pitch that movie? Okay, it's high tide.
Well, if you want to sell the movie, a hot blonde chick stuck on a rock in a wetsuit, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, there's only one location. There's an angry seagull, and
you don't need much more than a hot girl in a bikini to sell a movie. I mean,
oh yeah. Well, she's in a wetsuit. She was surfing, I guess. But I went down a shark movie rabbit hole a while back, and I saw that one.
And then she was in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants too.
Oh God, yeah.
That was a big one. A big one.
I didn't care for that series that much, but I know a lot of people did.
Now, did they put ferrets in these traveling pants?
Probably. No.
You see that callback there? We got it.
I love it. The best.
We'll just do a remake. The Sisterhood of the Stuffed Ferret Pants. And
oh my gosh,
I would watch that.
That one's
MG Law did a video the other night of a police body cam where the guy broke into a pet store and put hamsters in his pants. And
dude, Mr. Pancake.
Yeah, Mr. Pancake. Yeah, MG Law did a great video on that the other night. If you haven't seen that.
Yeah, Megan was showing because Jeff did that one, so Megan was showing that on her Lego stream.
Exactly.
What a very somber ending of 2024 with Jeff. I mean, it's just it just shows, and not to be a bummer, but you just have to not expect, you know what I mean? It really does ground you to be shit. Get your life in order. Not saying he didn't, but you're not, you know, I got
we get the time we get, and that's it.
Because you think about it, and you go, what? Okay, so I dropped dead. The next day, my channel's just there. You know what I mean? It's and then in today's world, you get to just watch the last thing everybody posted. So my last video is going to be some bullshit about that seagull movie with the chick on the rock. You know what I mean? It's that's it. And then you're done, and maybe your soul moves on. Who knows what happens next? It's just so I don't know. It's so alarming to be reminded when stuff like that happens.
You got to make at least one more video, Dave, because it can't be Maddie Pruitt giving life advice.
No.
We can't let that happen.
Can you imagine just my last
the last one?
Me bitching about some comments on Reddit, Yeah. I told Tom, I was you got to keep the Patreon going. I mean, my Patreon's gonna kill. If when I die, if my Patreon can have a couple of videos to just really stretch out a few more months, we'll be all set.
Oh yeah.
She
can send me the password. We'll keep it going.
It's such a sad thing to think about too, because like now with a baby, like, you know, this year I had to get like life insurance. I don't know anything about that, but you know, they ask you all these questions and you're like, okay. And Tasha's like, well, maybe, you know, we got like $1 million thing and it doesn't cost much. And she was like, maybe we should do 2 million. I was like, I don't want to give you an incentive to kill me. I was like, I don't want to give you, like, I don't want you to be happy when I die. I want you to have enough money to be okay, but not happy. You know?
Yeah, we don't want to knock off Dave here too early.
But you think about those things and you go, like, yeah, in the end, you want your family. Like what's like I've got so many videos online that it would be so nice. And again, not to be all, I brought this up, but like, I would hope that someone could edit together some really good advice for my son. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like you would hope that like, none of my family watch my content now, but if I'm not here, maybe they're like, you know what? Hey, made a couple good points. You know what I mean? So the blessing is that when you're creating content, you're actually leaving a little bit of a memory versus like if you're someone's grandpa and you're just a story that in one generation people forget about.
I'm looking at this. What is it?
Yep.
Legal Vices Memories thread. I'm trying to find the one where he falls asleep during the stream. That's so funny.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the snoring, and then he's like, "Yeah, I was snoring," and then I'm like,
"That was my first ever experience."
Blame it on the dog. Like you got the dogs. Blame it on them.
I had never met him before or talked to him, or even watched him at that point, and I was just like, "Is that guy snoring?"
He was so nice when he could tell I was a little rattled. Like for a lawyer to know they can offer you some information that can like settle you down. You've probably seen this with Omar. It's such a gift to have a little. It'd be like if a doctor was like, "No, you're like you'll be okay." Like this, you know, it's like if you have an issue, it's like it's good to have some expert kind of talk you down.
That's for sure. Jeff and Omar both can really settle things down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was a reasonable one, and he talked to everybody.
Yeah, really.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Jeff had time to, you know, respond to everybody, to talk to everybody, reply to comments. It was amazing.
Yep.
Okay, let me see. What was I about to pull up here? Oh, wait, I had a question. Hold on, I'll start with Ducky. If you had to pick one, like I did the ferret licking thing, if you had to pick one like weird thing this year that sticks out to you, and it cannot be court related.
Oh gosh, what a weird thing.
Yeah, something weird that happened, or something, I don't know, just something significant that happened to you this year.
I mean, like, so my job, I am a massage therapist. And so you can imagine like some of the creeps that just come in and they try to be like nonchalant and like secretive about things in the way that they ask for things. And I'm just like, sir, I will call the police on you.
Do they post beautiful on your business's posts and social media?
No, but like one came in the other day and he was like, "Do you have the special?" And I'm like, "What is the special?"
Oh boy.
No.
Or they'll call and be like, "Oh, for everything, like the pulley thing." And I'm like, "Sir, what is the pulley thing?"
The pulley thing?
The pulley thing. I'm like, no. Like, absolutely not. So that is my weirdness usually, like in everyday life.
Okay. So I've never said this out loud before, but this actually happened to me once. And it was like 10 years ago. I swam obviously for a long time. And when I was at school, like when I was on campus, they had like massage therapists and they had like physical trainers and stuff like that. But I was at home on break, so I was training with a local team here. And so I was like, I need to go like get a massage or something. And so I went to this place I had never seen before, and I should have checked the internet or something beforehand. But it said like massage outside the door, and I walked in, and I just immediately knew from the vibe what kind of place I had actually just walked into. And I was probably like a 19 or 20-year-old girl, and I was just like, oh, this is not the kind of massage I was looking for at all.
Like intake forms, and I need your information. And if I still think you're sketchy, I will go take a picture of your license plate. But yeah, Yeah,
that place is
and
no
there's a
longer
lot
there.
of foot spas that are
So,
popping up that are like secretly that, and it's just like, okay,
pass. Bruce,
yeah, I'm
what's
not
your
doing
thing?
that.
What's going on?
Bruce, what I was gonna say, what's your weird thing? And it cannot be that you went to a masseuse and said some creepy stuff.
I have to think of a weird thing that happened.
It could be weird. It could be exciting. It could be anything significant.
I don't know. I mean,
You don't know.
we did so many weird things. I mean, I almost drove Dave and Channing into a cactus earlier this year. That was fun.
Bruce is a terrible driver.
Wow.
That's
What?
good. That bodes well for the van life thing, doesn't it?
Very
No,
good driver.
I'm kidding.
High quality.
No, so it was so funny when Bruce and I met up in Arizona because like my buddy Channing was flying in. We were staying together. We were all staying at the same hotel.
Yeah.
And it was just it was such a surreal weekend. Because, well, actually, no, I'm sorry. That wasn't the trial. That was
No, that was your comedy show with Clayton.
So that was the fun one.
Yes.
Although it was a little nerve-wracking when you're producing like a comedy show because I'm like, you know, we're worried about who's showing up and
I mean,
all of that. But
here's the thing: when you land in the Phoenix airport and you're like, "Oh, Laura Owens lives here," and you have to go by the Starbucks to wait for the rental car, and you're like in this open area, and you're like, "She could just be here, like waiting for us." Like, I don't know. It was a little weird.
She's got her welcome sign.
I think and you're not wrong because we had to let the security know, like, hey, we don't think there'll be an issue, but if like the cops get called or something, you know, she's if she can call something in or do something online, she will, but she's harmless like otherwise. And by the way, that you can do a lot of harm that way.
I hope so.
But like I've never been worried about what I mean. You know, it's like if she could have sued, she would have. She knows how to do anything she can on that like petty level. But I mean, now at this point, it's like I would not want to be sued for any heavy reason by her. But it's like it's like, all right, you want to open up that. You want to go there? Like, let's crack it all open, you know? But like they like to exist right on that lower level where no one wants to see things through. Like all of the threats and the Reddit subpoenas, like that's where they want to be. They don't want to be any higher.
Yeah. I remember it was so funny because the security guy at the comedy club, I was trying to like make friends with him. And I was like, okay, here's her. And somebody was like, show him the mom. And I'm like, here's her mom. Like, if you see these people, come find me. I was just like, it was so surreal. I'm like, okay,
but you know, better being safe than sorry because it's like, and I'm sure Bruce, you got to see like they take good care of us. Like we're in the green room.
Oh yeah,
there's like somebody assigned to us.
We were very good. We had the security guy. We had the manager.
We got the security guy, the waiters. Yeah, I mean, you know, and obviously everyone that was there was super sweet. But yeah, but you never know.
But it's just weird to be pulling up these photos on my phone and being like, okay, if you see these people, come find me. Like,
and it's not without reason. I mean, she called the FBI. It's not without reason. It's like,
right.
You know, it was the first time going back to her territory where it's like, well, am I going to have an issue? You know, I'm recording video. So if the cops show up,
we had the video too.
Like you're going to,
and I mean, we're kind of making light of it, but like I was texting with Mike because it's like, Mike was like, should I come to the show? Should I not come to the show? Like I'm like, I can go outside and meet you and bring you in. Like I can do all this stuff.
Yeah. Greg,
I felt really bad for the guy, you know,
Clayton, his parents. I mean, it was probably, and then of course, obviously when we got together a few months later for the actual trial, that was like, everyone knew why we were there. It was like, to see this through. I think I have to say though, just, you know, not to commandeer this like reflection of 2024, but I think everyone played the best hand that they could, which was to expose her and stick as much to the fair truth as you could. Lauren's done such a good job of not taking the bait to do like the jingy personal stuff. It's like stick to what matters and you know, don't take your eyes off the prize. And everyone did that. And it's like, look, you know, she can fight it all she wants, but that's what we're focused on.
Yeah, this was the I had this pulled up for tonight too. This is the message from her boyfriend Tag. that was sent to me, and I copied and pasted it because I'm still not showing the email or the username that sent it from. But I remember, so the first way they got in contact with me was by Venmo, sending me some money, and was like, "Hey, will you email me?" Yeah, so we're like, "Hey, will you email me?" And so I emailed that email address, and they respond with this, saying they were healthcare in, I think it was the military or something. What was it? Let's see. Soon after he discharged from the Air Force. Okay, so he was a Special Forces Combat Rescue Team leader, he said. Okay, so then they were talking, and this was right after, like, the lawyer had posted on his blog her little sad story about, like, being depressed and how she was, feeling like offing herself and stuff like that. And I was basically calling it bullshit. I was like, I'm never going to believe this because of X, Y, and Z. This is how I know this is a red flag that this is not true suicidal ideation, that kind of stuff. And then that's when, she, and I believe still that it was her, went and did this. So you can see here that Tag was talking to me about her, mental health and stuff. And then, of course, like, obsessed over Dave and Megan, saying that, Dave is a no-talent ass clown here. Like, I was like, oh.
I mean, that was the big trigger for me on this email. Like,
yeah,
there's no guy sitting on a train in Europe who's gonna say this about Dave. Like, this is just ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's so fun. It's so surreal to be like, you're having a good day, and you're like, wait, what? What? What did I do? Come on. I'm just like, because it's like on one end you expect it, but on the other, I'm like the inner child in me is still like an anonymous guy. So when I hear my name, I'm like, wait, what did I do? I'm just
right.
Mm-hmm. It got a little weird towards the end there, especially like doing that thing where you like try to gas someone up to get them to take you seriously or like listen to what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, this thing's a whole compliment sandwich.
It's been so refreshing though to like build like you guys obviously same thing, brand recognition as far as like with the audience. You've built the time where people trust you and there's so much authenticity that you can't really be smeared. No, they can try, but like you've got like, it's like, I'm showing you the playbook. Here are the plays we're running. Nothing's a secret. This is who I am. And you can't do anything to stop it because no one believes you. And, and this is early on where they're still trying to find new ways to come at you. But it's like, at some point you realize I can run the ball straight down the middle and you can't stop me because we have the truth and all of that. Yeah. Something very interesting. I just interviewed a member of our community who's an ADHD coach, and it's going to be on my podcast on Saturday, but he was listening to the Mike Maricini laptop stories of the doctors who Laura claimed were telling Mike that she had ovarian cancer. Mm-hmm. The guy I'm interviewing on Saturday, coming out, already interviewed, he went to those same doctors in the Bay Area for his child's birth. So his jaw was dropping when he heard their names. I can't remember them off the top of my head. But his jaw was dropping, me like, oh my gosh, this is insane how small of a world. The second connection that this guy had was not Chase J. Jones, excuse me. Laura Owens was friends with Joe Montana's son.
Right.
Joe Montana's son was friends with Victim Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Victim Zero and Joe Montana are part of like a venture capitalist firm or whatever that invested in the company that this guy was a part of. So the world in that area was so small that more people are connected than you think that know about this, which is just interesting because it's not just like Laura's not some random Betty Lou in Des Moines. She was.
Yeah. I mean, if you go to the right restaurant in the Bay Area on the right night, you're more or less likely to run into some of these people. I mean, it's not
like Garrett, the billionaire. So she's, guys, I got to get going. I got to go. I'm going to go pull Tasha out of bed and make her ring in the new year with me. But thanks for letting me hang out with you. And
thanks for coming. Yeah,
of course. I'm going to go watch on YouTube, and I like to watch after I leave to make sure no one starts any shit with me. I'm just kidding. Do you guys do that where you sign off and you're like, all right, who's got some comments to say? All right.
Oh, boy.
thank you for being good friends in 2024. What a year to build these friendships. And sadly over such a bizarre story, but hey, at least something good came out of it where, I get to see Laura, I get to see you and Bruce both start your YouTube channels, and I'm proud of you guys.
I appreciate it. Thanks. Probably wouldn't be here if you hadn't helped us. So.
Well, I'm like, if I'm going to do YouTube, I'll suck more people into it. So you're stuck with us now. All right. Have a good one, guys. Happy New Year's.
Thanks, Dave.
Take care.
Happy New Year.
Okay. So my parents are about 20 minutes out. We have 30 minutes until midnight. And when we get closer, I'll pull up the countdown thing. But I had a couple of other things that I was going to reshare tonight. I wanted to play Bruce's Jeopardy game, but we don't have enough time, I don't think. And also, we're going to need some other people.
We could save it for a whole other stream.
Let's do
we get Schnitzel Ninja.
Yeah, let's do it on the weekend.
Probably rack up the points.
Yeah, probably. Well, we'll do it on the weekend or probably something like that. So we can plan ahead, because I did not do that today very well. All right, let's see. Where was I going with this next? Oh, yes. So this was I put this in the thumbnail. This was like one of the weirdest things that I remember from this year. Hang on. And I'm sure everybody saw this. Her name was Raygun, the dancer at the Olympics. And I was just thinking
God.
I was thinking back to I was like, what happened this year? And I had so much recency bias going through my head. And I was like, no. It can't be like in the last few months. It has to be like further back than that. And I was like, oh, that's right. This lady breakdancing was one of those things.
Oh my gosh.
I'm highly interested in Rachel.
And this guy's doing his commentary, so I won't. We won't.
I actually didn't watch much of this. I don't know what this was all about. I just
we're about
remember
to see some of it.
I don't know. People kind of making fun of her or something.
Oh, she earned it. Hang on, let's what you'll see.
Let's see what you got, White Shadow, to quote Jim Carrey in The Cable Guy.
Oh boy.
You see, now these moves are a reference to the quokka found on Rottnest Island. They're known for doing sideways roly-polies and about when it's someone's birthday.
Oh no.
These marsupials are happy.
Do you think you could dance like that, Bruce, at the Olympics?
No.
Who
Once you reach a certain age, you can't do this kind of stuff anymore, guys. I'm going to tell you, youth is wasted on the young. 2025, if you are young, embrace your youth and make good decisions. Go watch Omar's Flat and breakdance.
That is not a good decision.
Because when you get to my age, you can't breakdance no more.
Oh, man. I don't know.
What is happening? Did it stop? What's happening?
Oh, I paused it.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, as funny as I thought it was at the time, obviously there was a lot more going on behind the scenes there. She should not have been on the Olympic team.
I mean, I feel like for the Olympics, for every sport or competition, there should be some bar. And if you can't get above that bar, you probably shouldn't be there. So I'm wondering, is the breakdancing, they just didn't have that bar, or what's going on?
Well, there was some more that went into it. I guess she had some influence behind the scenes via her connections or something. Maybe someone in the comments can tell us exactly what happened. But there was some corruption.
Attitude was crazy.
What do you mean by that? I don't hear about that.
She would definitely poke back, and she thinks very highly of her dancing. From what I had seen.
Oh, that's sad.
I mean, it doesn't matter what the athletes think about their performance. It matters what the judges or the Rolex timekeeping system thinks about it. It's not about their personal opinions, right?
Well, the judges thought she was terrible. Oh my god. She's just convulsing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
What is that?
I mean, I feel like there should be some preliminaries that rule you out. I don't know. I mean, how does this work? This is confusing. Yeah. More oversight. I don't know.
Amy said she's done interviews now and says she has no idea what she was doing. She just wanted a free trip.
Wanted a free trip. Yeah, exactly. I mean, those people should get weeded out. I don't.
Well, how did she qualify?
Well, there was I don't know. Somebody said she created the organization that chose her. But I was that's what I was thinking. I can't remember exactly what was said because I was reading the articles a while back. But it's she had some connections to the organization or committee or whoever that was choosing the team, and so they picked her. But she actually does have a PhD in breakdancing.
What does that mean?
Well,
Here's
just
the
'cause
thing,
you
guys.
know
Like, I
the
was a kid.
history and can do all that does not mean you should actually
Yeah,
be
I
doing
mean,
it.
those who can do, those who can't teach. I don't know.
Yes.
When I was a kid, a little kid, imagine Bruce the Moose, Bruce Morgan as a little kid. I thought like everything was very strict.
Like,
I
what
thought
is
like
this?
anytime anyone did anything, like you go to McDonald's, right? I thought anytime you did anything, there was this really, really strict set of rules. And everybody had to always follow the rules once they were an adult. And I was like, I'm a kid. I'm not there yet. But once I'm an adult, you got to go through life and follow all these really, really, really strict rules. And then imagine my surprise when I was a youth and like somebody screws up the order at McDonald's. And my worldview of life was shattered. And I'm just like, the globe, the humans, what we're doing, it's all just like the Wild West. Like there's no, like we try, but like every once in a while, like this ray gun gets through, or like your order at McDonald's is fucked up, or like somebody like, you know, makes excessive lane changes in traffic. Like that's how the world is. And I'm like, oh no. And here I am, you know, just trying to survive out here in the world, guys. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully we could do a better job in 2025. Oh,
she threatened to sue a comedy club and comedian in Australia for writing a musical about her. Is that true? Oh my god. Hang on, let me catch up on these and then I'm going to Google that. Redondo Beach, thank you for the $2. Glorious sounds of Brad. Where is Brad? I wonder what Brad's up to. I assume he's probably doing something with his family.
I don't know.
Sarah Dawn, thank you for the 5.
Happy New Year, Brad.
Happy New Year, Lauren and friends. Thank you, Sarah.
Yes.
Julianne, thank you for the $2. Oh yeah, Newfoundland.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go offline. I'm gonna explain a lot of things about Newfoundland to Dave. All right, like don't worry about
it. Except it is the best. It is a really good movie. I'll probably watch it again soon.
It is.
Spin Dr. D, thank you for the 5. Just here to talk shit about Dave after he leaves and not break it.
Right? Yes.
Hang on. Let's see. Raygun dancing musical. Hang on. Musical.
This was wild. There were a lot of weird things at the 2024 Olympics, right? Like Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart running around doing stuff. It was wild times.
Oh, wow. This is nuts, dude. Raygun the musical pulled after controversial breakdancer calls in lawyers. I had no idea this happened.
Yeah, Dave covered this on his podcast, actually. I think there was a whole thing, you know, they needed to settle the thing or whatever. Because she could probably make some money. I don't know.
I mean, anyway. I would actually pay to watch this woman wipe the floor with her back again. I don't know, man. If she really wanted to. Okay. A musical inspired by viral Olympic breakdancer Raygun was shut down hours before it was due to open Saturday after lawyers representing the athlete threatened legal action, the show's creator said on social media. Why did she wait until it was about to open?
Well, you know, it's like a Gingras move or something.
It really sounds like it, yeah. Steph Broadbridge, an Australian comedian who wrote and intended to star in Raygun the musical, said in a video posted on Instagram that the breakdancers' lawyers got in touch with the venue and threatened legal action. In its debut performance at Sydney venue Kinsellas, is that how you say that? The parody musical intended to retell the story of Australian breakdancer Rachel.
You're the one who's been to Australia, Lauren.
Yeah, but I've never been to Kinsellas. Widely known as Raygun, whose performance at the Paris Olympics spawned countless memes on social media, as well as backlash against her and the sport itself. The 37-year-old dancer's routine consisted of moves including a kangaroo hop, oh, that was awesome, a backwards roll, and various contortions with her body while lying or crawling on the floor. I mean, I was a fan. Not for the Olympics, but I was a fan.
Well,
she'd be great at charades.
I mean,
yeah, if you're trying to be a dead worm.
The judges can give her the appropriate score, I suppose.
Okay. Oh man, she did not register a single point across her Olympic battles. I remember that.
Oh no.
They were worried I was damaging her brand.
Oh no.
I mean, it's not shocking. They were worried I was damaging her brand, which I would never do. They were very concerned that people would think that Rachel Gunn was affiliated with the musical. I want to assure everyone that she will not be part of the show. She's very welcome to come. I would love for her to see it. Okay. Everyone got a refund. Let's see. Gunn's lawyers trademarked the musical's poster, which featured a silhouette of the breakdancer's famous kangaroo hop. Okay. And said she couldn't perform that dance as Gunn owns it. I fucking hate people.
She owns a dance?
That's ridiculous.
She copyrighted it.
I'm going to do the flavor on the wall.
That should not be allowed at all. Maybe it is, but it shouldn't be. You know what I mean?
Oh.
That one did puzzle me. I mean, that's an Olympic level dance. How would I possibly be able to do that without any formal breakdancing training? Robert said, well, I don't know. Ask Raygun. The musical was advertised as including songs like "You May Be a B Girl, but You'll Always Be an A Girl to Me." I'm breaking down, and I would have won, but I pulled a muscle.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Oh no.
The listing now says the show is called Breaking the Musical. Okay. All right.
You know, the amazing thing is if this Raygun had partnered with the musical, they could have probably just made a whole bunch of money.
Right. Yeah.
You know, as opposed to just being antagonistic. If you embrace the madness, you can probably make way more money.
Hey, friend. What's up?
Hi.
Life lessons.
We're talking about Raygun.
Hey, I need to run back up to my family, but I wanted to come and say I got some shit for coming down. I was like, guys, I got some work to do.
I hope you trip on your way back up.
What is happening?
Oh, knowing me, I probably
Who is
will.
giving you a hard time, Ninja?
My mom and dad.
What?
I know.
Tell
They're like, your elderly parents
demands...
are here and you're going to go down and get on the live. No. And I was like, I won't be down there for so long. Anyway.
I'm in my parents' kitchen and they're not here. So they're about to bust
New
the
Year's
door
Eve.
in a minute now.
Where are they?
They went to a party, but they're on their way back. So they should be here soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was like so it's not like I didn't like the people at the party, but it's a bunch of people from high school and their parents that I haven't seen in forever, and I was just like, I'm not ending my year that way. I'm sorry, not willing to do that.
I don't blame you. Don't blame you at all.
And you think your parents are gonna leave this party?
Oh, they're on their way back already because they always plan to come back early. I was like, why are you going? If you know what, why not just stay? But they were like, no, we want to be home. We don't want to be coming home that late. I'm like, it's already late.
Right.
I don't know why you're doing this.
There is a party strategy, a viable party strategy where you go and you like eat and drink as much of the free things as you can and then leave early. That is a viable strategy.
And what is it, an Irish goodbye where you don't say goodbye at all?
Oh yeah, definitely you want to do that. 100% you got to do the Irish goodbye all parties.
Like you saved like, what was it, like 2 years of your life by not saying goodbye at parties?
100%.
My mother would never allow that.
Yeah.
She's too tough.
Oh man, these guys, I don't even know what the flavor on the wall dance is. I mean, it's from my youth, guys. I'm doing callbacks from like when I was, 15. What do you guys want? Oh boy.
Okay, wait. There's a little more of this Raygun performance. Hang on, we got to see this, where she's like convulsing on the floor there.
Yeah.
Like, how did she not throw her back out? Sorry, this is somebody else's
dog. What is happening?
I'm not sure. So the guy's doing commentary. I just have the sound turned off at the moment, so you can't hear it. But his video is really funny.
I mean, here's the thing, like
literally just right on the floor.
This is Jingers trying to avoid a bar complaint.
Here's the thing, if somebody is actually supportive of breakdancing and they're interested in it, and like this is the best Australia can offer, like I'm there for it.
Though. It's
but
not.
If it's like, oh, I just want to trip and I want to be on TV and blah blah blah, then that's not good because I feel like
kangaroo win.
Oh God. I feel like it's not respectful to the people that actually put their time and effort into this sort of
100%.
Right. It makes it a joke.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of a fan of her dancing. I mean, I really am. I would totally
maybe
watch
not
again.
for the Olympics.
I mean, I mean, the problem is, so the judges have a level that they're looking for, right? And I feel like if you can't reach the minimum bar for the judges, you shouldn't even be there in the first place.
I'd be embarrassed. I'd be so embarrassed.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
she reached for her goals and did it. I don't know what else she has that she is dreaming of, but I mean, people dream to go to the Olympics, and she's done it. And I hope her other endeavors are more successful than this one.
Okay, Bruce.
I don't know. I mean, there's a fine line between sort of like fraud and art, and maybe she's on one side and Andy Kaufman's on the other side. I don't know, guys. I mean, that's
hypothetical. Bruce, you have to answer this hypothetical. Would you rather?
Okay.
Would you rather do the dance that they were just talking about up against the wall, or take one swift punch in the balls from that kangaroo right there?
Oh,
wait, what do I have to do?
Dance.
You would either, so hypothetically, you could either do your dancing on the camera, like people were just saying, or you could get one swift punch in the balls from that kangaroo. What would
I don't want to get kicked in the nuts. I'll dance.
It's a punch. Look at his arms. It's a punch.
When I was in high school, I don't want to get punched in the nuts or kicked in the nuts. When I was in high school, I took a tennis ball to the nuts, and I was. Here's the thing, guys. There's two things. Okay, number one, 2025, guys. Life lessons.
Left ball and right ball.
There's life before you get hit in the nuts with a tennis ball, and there's life after you get hit in the nuts with a tennis ball. And towel warmers, guys. Have you seen these things? You put your towel in it, and it warms it up, and you take a shower, and you come out, and your towel's all nice and close to warm.
Yes,
there's life before towel warmers, and there's life after towel warmers. Just like there's life before getting hit in the nuts and life after.
And before a child and after a child.
Listen to me, guys, because you don't want to have to get to a million years old before you realize this stuff in life. I'm throwing pearls of wisdom out here at you guys. Yeah.
Okay, so I have two more things I wanted to try to share before we got to midnight here. Here's one of them.
I'll be here all week.
Canceled as a daughter.
Yeah. You should just. I mean, I would choose that option if I were you. But okay, hang on. Yeah, you can go ahead. It's fine. We'll talk to you later.
Well, thanks. I'm sorry. I wish I could have joined longer, but Happy New Year, everybody, and thanks for inviting me.
Happy New Year.
All right. Yeah. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
All right. So this was one of my favorite moments of 2024. Right here. Hang on. I was asked what I would be if I were a furry.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Love Little Ducky. Do you know what a woof love is?
My work here is done.
I had heard of it before, but I was thinking of the whoopee and not the wub love.
The what?
This is a wub love.
Wait, what's a whoopee?
Whoopee.
Do we have a new creature to Google?
We might.
Whoopee, if you've ever seen Mr. Mom,
Mr.
blanket, Mr. Mom, it's I think
it's Michael
That
Keaton.
sounds very progressive for a toy.
And
no, it's a movie.
Oh,
yeah, Mr. Mom is a movie. I think it's
with Michael Keaton. Yeah,
and
I've never seen it.
Before Batman. Before he was Batman.
The blanket in that was called a whoopee, and then I was like, I saw the wub love, and I'm like, nope, that's not the same. Not the same at all.
No. So this is the wub love, and I made Bruce sit through a video of it giving birth.
For 30 minutes. This is like. Can you imagine hospital bill? 30 minutes. I mean, she flashes her antennas. Healthcare people.
Here comes baby.
I want to hear it.
We're waiting for it. Here comes baby.
And she's edging real hard here. Springtime me was not ready for this.
The bomb's about to go off.
And that's how our eyes look when you give birth.
They're edging this. Oh my god, here comes baby. Okay, come on.
Here comes baby.
Wait for it, Bruce Morgan. Wait.
Oh
my god.
He's crowning.
So big. Wait,
Where's
what's
the
he doing?
cloak?
You have to remove it? Oh my, from the wub love's stomach. Oh my god, it's huge. I don't think that's anatomically correct.
Oh man. That was awesome. I will never forget that.
Oh wow.
My parents just walked in.
Wait, who's that dog? That's a different dog.
That's my sister's dog.
Oh, the goodest of boys.
Whoa.
Oh, he's got like a.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm allergic to. That's why I'm all scratchy.
Oh no.
Yeah. You can't hear it. You can hear on the computer. Oh, I'll use it.
Hi, Lauren's parents.
Hello. What? I mean, you can, but I can't take the headphones off. So you would just be sitting there in silence, which would be terrible. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. That's vodka. Wait, I need a little thingy.
I like this hat. Why don't I have a hat like that, guys?
I don't know. Why don't you have a hat?
Oh, I have a hat around here. I need a drink. My champagne is long gone.
Take that. Your champagne is long gone. Well, it's because you drink it all in one sip.
I know. Trouble.
I'm sitting.
Somebody told me to open the champagne early.
Who was it?
Somebody.
It wasn't me, didn't it?
No.
All right. There we go. I sent it to him. Yes, that's my sister's dog, Raven.
Oh.
Tammy Lim, they're gonna get on the other computer in there so they can hear everything. And they'll say hi to everybody. We have 10 minutes, 11 minutes to midnight now. And then I have this one last thing I wanted to play a little clip of before we just start goofing off for the last 10 minutes. Hold on. Here it is. This was another one of my favorite things. Not my freeze frame case. Don't worry. It was not like private.
With people saying negative things, one of my favorite quotes that I recently just heard, and I think it's so powerful and it's actually really helped me out, is if you have a problem with me, then call me. And if you don't have my phone number, you don't know me well enough to have a problem with me.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my favorite part of what he sent me. So, hello.
It's good advice.
I just did. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Was it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's good advice. We've met, since The Bachelor, we've met, we talked to Clayton a few times, and I feel like he's really, he's learned a thing or two, and he's living his best life, and we'll see what's ahead for him in 2025.
You have to wear both. One hat girl. Hello.
I need a hat
so
like
cute.
that. Oh.
My dad's and I are trying to figure out how to pull it up on the computer.
All right. Can you guys hear me? You can still hear me, Lauren, right?
Yeah, one second. Let me do this really quick. Lady Jane Jojo, thank you for the 10. Jane Dodo, sorry. Thank you for the 10. She got in. Shut up. She got in because entry was based on total previous competition scores. She was in way more prior competitions than any other dancer, resulting in her qualifying for the Olympics. Oh, thank you.
I see. Cumulative scores, yeah.
Stephanie B requesting a demonstration of the Flavor Flav dance.
Flavor Flav dance on the wall.
K-Dubs, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. And mispronounced name, member for 6 months. Thank you. When's your birthday and how much does Love Love family cost? Asking for unrelated reasons. My birthday was last month, and I'm not sure about the family costs.
You gotta be one of these eBay. You gotta watch eBay all the time for the deals. I think.
Yeah.
Is the trick. Otherwise, you'll overpay.
You have 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Loud Little Ducky, are you there? Do you have New Year's resolutions for 2025?
I don't really know. I don't like making the resolutions because I always break them. But I was watching a movie today and I heard it was an interesting question, but it was like, if you could choose out of the 3 ghosts from the Christmas Carol, past, present, or future, which ghost would you want to visit you if you could only pick one of the ghosts?
That's interesting.
Which one would you choose, Bruce? Would you want the ghost of past, present, or future?
Gosh, I think past would be kind of interesting, but I think the problem is nostalgia is a difficult drug to deal with. Future, I think, is kind of scary because you don't want to know the future. I don't want to know. So I think I'd go with present. I'd want to know what's going on right now that I could learn that's happening right now to inform my future decisions. So I'd pick present.
Lauren?
Past, bro. I got a lot of stuff to relive. I got ADHD working memory, so I forgot stuff.
You can go back to summer camp or swim camp.
I would go back to summer camp.
Oh no! Fill up the caboodle in a whole new way.
Dude, I'm gonna need another caboodle. Tammy Lynn, thank you for the $10. Love to my Scorpio sister. Thank you, Tammy, very much. Dad, can you hear us?
Yes.
You're Mr. Scrooge now. Do you want the ghost of past, present, or future first?
Future.
Why?
Just want to know if I'll be here.
Oh, God. I don't want to know when I die.
No, I would have anxiety all the way up to it.
Nick O'Brien, thank you for the $20. I want to see Bruce dance.
I'm looking up Flavor Flav dance on the wall, and he's basically okay, guys. Here we go. He's doing something like this. Flavor Flav. This is what he's doing in the Public Enemy. He's doing
Does he have his heavy clock necklace on?
Yeah, he's got the clocks and stuff, but he's
where are your clocks?
He's doing something like that. I don't know. I mean, that's the Flavor Flav, but you got to be on a wall. You got to stand on the wall and do it.
That was just for you.
There you go. That was for $20.
And everyone else who asked. Yeah. All right, let me pull up the countdown because we only got a couple minutes. You can hear my mom in both rooms. Sorry. Where
you can sit down.
Is this it? I think this is it. Hang on.
I'll get it here.
Yeah, I think I found it.
You do need a drink. Lauren, what are your New Year's resolutions?
Did you get your blower?
I don't know. I'll decide tomorrow.
Oh, no.
I'll leave tomorrow.
My New Year's resolution is procrastination.
That is it. Hope Johnson, thank you for the $10. Happy nude beer, everyone. Oh.
Wait, what?
Okay. Let's get your screen.
Apparently tomorrow is National Global Family Day or something like that. I don't know. I was
What does
playing
that
trivia
mean?
earlier.
What are the expectations?
I don't know, but I was like, Global Family Day? Okay.
Is this the stream?
it
Is
was
this
just
the stream for a
trivia.
countdown? Hang on.
Global family?
Find it
There
better.
is a
I was like, I thought that was Thanksgiving, but
live. I mean, this is live.
How cool is that?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Nope.
Is that the
one.
thing?
I'm trying to see if there's a different one.
Hey, am I muted?
No, we can hear you.
Whoops.
Great.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Happy to be here.
Mom, how much did you drink at the party?
I didn't. I didn't.
Oh, you're lying. I can see it in your face.
Uh-oh. Get the breathalyzer.
Oh, man. How about let's do this one, IP. This is a little better, I think.
Ooh. Where's Anderson Cooper or whatever?
Yeah, where is?
I don't know.
I'm
Who's the other guy that does the New Year's? Brian Seacrest?
Ryan Seacrest. Yeah.
Ryan
Where are these guys?
Seacrest.
Where are these guys?
Yeah, where are they?
They're on TV. This is
Oh.
this is not the TV. This is the YouTube.
Well, there's someone down there. There's a stage.
Let's see.
Yeah, who is that?
Oh boy.
Not that one.
Do I have time to get a beverage? Maybe.
Yeah, you do.
Do we
You
know who is
Oh, very
singing
good.
Auld Lang Syne?
You got 3 minutes.
You have 3 minutes.
This might be a better one. Let's see.
What have you been doing, Lauren?
Just talking, sitting here.
What did we miss?
Spaghetti. Well, you missed the real party, which was talking about ferret legging. I don't want to put the. If I put the thing on, I'm afraid I'll get struck with music. So we won't turn the sound on just yet. We got London fireworks. I'm gonna skip that one.
Ooh. That could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
We like London.
I've never been there. Been adjacent to it.
Well, you might want to go with us.
Okay. This one better? I think this one's better. We're gonna go with that one. Oh, there's only a minute and 26 seconds left.
Ooh.
Jonas Brothers are going to be on. Oh.
Wait, when?
I don't know. Maybe after?
So wait, is she going to sing for
3 minutes and 9 p.m. What? Is who what?
She's going to sing until New Year. Oh, here we go.
Loud Little Ducky is actually going to sing for us.
Oh, God. That would be awful.
Oh, here we go.
No, Loud Little Ducky.
Yes, you do now, Mom. She's right there.
Oh. Well, is she going to sing?
No.
Things are happening.
Sorry, my mom's drunk.
Well, you know.
Definitely not. No.
That's what a drunk person would say.
That is what a drunk person would say. They would say it with slurring or something, right?
Who is that?
30 seconds, guys. Here we go.
Dad's like off to the side there.
You need to lean over.
I gotta find single malt scotch.
Yeah. No, come over.
Ooh, there's the ball.
I'm so glad I don't have anyone to kiss me too, bro.
All right, balls out, guys. 7, 5, 2.
Ready?
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, New York.
Happy New Year.
He's like, he hates this thing. Come here.
Oh, here we go.
Oh boy.
Yay. That's mean, Lauren.
What is that pupper doing?
Like, they're all up in there.
Happy
Oh my.
New Year. Mwah.
Oh, this is a sweet boy.
Ooh.
Oh, you like this song.
Love kisses to all. Oh God. No.
Oh, thank you,
All right, Lauren,
chat.
sing.
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
Oh,
Happy
come on,
New
you
Year,
can-
chat. Wild
It's a new,
times.
my New Year's
Yeah,
resolution is
I
not
mean-
to sing on camera.
Have you guys ever heard her sing?
Not necessary.
She's amazing.
Oh, I'm sure.
Happy birthday. You're welcome.
Thank you, East Coast. All right, we got an hour for the Central Time Zone, 2 for Mountain,
Yeah,
3
that's
for Pacific.
That's me. I have an hour until it's the new
Yeah,
year.
I absolutely will not make
you
it
and
that
Nick. Very good. Are you in Minnesota?
I'm in Texas.
Oh,
long.
it's a little different.
Yeah.
Amy Lynn says kick line. No. Oh, geez.
Wait,
You want to see
where?
me break a hip? Oh my gosh.
Yes, please.
I gotta reserve my fancy moves.
I have to go, everyone. It's past my bedtime, and I have to talk to my dog about what just happened with this thingy because he's mad.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
Did you guys have fun?
Lauren, tell Mom I love her sparkly shirt. Mom, Amy Lynn says she loved her sparkly shirt.
Thank you, Amy Lynn.
you guys have great hats.
That's nice.
Thanks.
Thank you.
What about our sparkly hats?
You like our sparkly hats?
Yeah.
I
We've had
like
these
it.
for a long time.
I've got a snowman tie. That's about all I can
Oh, that's good.
get
That
going
works.
here. Yeah.
He's going to tie it around his head when it's his New Year's, but he's in Oregon.
Is it
Oh.
snowing in Oregon?
Is that how you do it? No. I hope not. I don't want to winterize my tech van. Tammy Lynn
All right.
says, do the floss with Lauren. That sounds like, oh, that's how you get fake twins, guys. I don't know. That's not
Oh,
right.
oh my gosh, what's happening?
I don't
What
know.
are you doing? What?
Oh, she's doing the floss.
Oh,
It's like
this is a lot. This is a lot.
you just pretend. I think you just pretend to floss your junk. I already did the Flavor Flav. My dancing, I already did my job.
Did you
He
dance
did.
tonight?
He did enough. Yes, he's done enough.
Yeah.
Is it? Can I watch the replay? I want to see
I only
that.
dance for Nick.
Yes, you can.
All right, we'll watch the replay. Make-
Mispronounced name. Thank you for the $5. My New Year's resolution is to send fewer super chats. Damn it, I failed. That's okay. You
Oh
can
boy.
fix it up tomorrow. It's fine.
Hey, you know, it's still 2024 somewhere.
True.
Yes.
Like maybe at your house.
Yeah. Accurate.
Hey, Omar.
It's 9 o'clock
that's
here.
right.
Omar is here. Happy New Year.
Omar, I met Omar last time.
Oh, gosh.
Very good. Yes. We're
Nice.
very
That's
happy
another
Omar
one.
got home after the last stream.
Oh, God.
Hopefully he took a good nap. Oh my gosh.
Oh, my God.
Mm.
No, buddy. All right. I got to go. Happy New Year, everybody. Mispronounced name. Thank you for the $2. Failed again. Well, I appreciate it. All right. Happy New Year, everyone. I'll see you soon. Take care. After party at Bruce's house. I'm on my way. Bye.
Oh, geez.